Hey guys, AJAX22 here making a quick viewer request video. I had some inquiries regarding the prior Mosin chop down project, the FBP16, so-called because it was an attempt to get as short as we possibly could with that while still having a Title I firearm. This was before we figured out the whole demill re-weld thing that would actually allow us to have an Obrez. Started out life as a 9130 and then separated the barrel from the receiver, which was quite a task. We actually destroyed more than I'd like to admit to of barreled receivers while trying to figure out how to separate these two. They're really tightly held together. Wound up being able to do it by milling flats onto the side of the barrel so that we could get a custom-made barrel wrench onto it, and then just torquing the hell out of it. Separated the barrel from the receiver, and then handed off the barrel to a gunsmith who didn't have any 9130s, so that there was no constructive possession issues when we turned the barrel down to 12.5 inches. Wouldn't be an issue now since we have a 9130 pistol receiver, and it would be okay to have a pistol barrel if you have a pistol receiver, but the ATF gets kind of funny with constructive possession if you have the short barrel and you don't have a pistol receiver to go with it. Once we had it at 12.5 inches, turned it and threaded it, we actually had to do this one on a metric, or not a non-metric lathe. We had to do it on standard. So instead of using the 14.5 negative threads that were already on the old, this is one of the Tapco AMD 65 brakes, we actually had to cut it short, thread it internally to a standard pitch, and then thread the rifle barrel to the corresponding standard pitch, and then it's pinned from the underside and welded. And that brings it up to just a gnat's ass over 16 inches to the breech face. And that was the original way that we tried to get as absolutely as close to 16 inches as possible to make it an overall bite-sized Mosin Nagant. The idea was just to see how much of a fireball we could get while simultaneously making some sort of a usable field carbine out of it. I mean, you'll recognize the standard polymer stock that everyone has when you go to tactical up your Mosin, or at least it's what everybody used to have before all the new stuff came onto the market. There's actually didn't need much in the way of blending or fitting between these two. There's a tiny lip, but not really much that's significant. You can make that out. We had to take a sanding wheel and insert it into the very tip of the stock, just to sort of open it up ever so slightly so that it would nestle this brake into the stock. But the dimensions worked out absolutely perfectly. Any shorter and this would just not be pleasant to shoot. You'd have to start shaving down the polymer, and it just wouldn't look right. This is pretty nice, actually. Points well, no recoil whatsoever. It feels sort of like a gentle push from a .30 carbine. That's the only thing I can really compare it to. And because the muzzle is far enough ahead of the shooter, the blast comes back from this in a nice V. So if you're standing next to this thing, it slaps you in the face real good. But if you're the one pointing it, then it's really mild, really pleasant. It's just kind of a fun one to shoot. This is actually a really nice mod to do to a Mosin Nagant if you guys are in the mood. It really sucks for the people that are standing next to you. This one will slap slap people around pretty good. It's loud. If you've shot yourself a M44 or an M38, you guys know they usually kick pretty good, but and they're not quiet. But this one is noticeably louder and has no recoil whatsoever. It's a push. It's not a slap. It's not a kick. It's not anything, which is interesting because it actually weighs quite a bit less than a standard Mosin Nagant, as they say. As for sights, I haven't actually gotten around to putting any on this gun, so I couldn't tell you how accuracy or range is really affected. And the whole sight issue really is just my own indecision. My original idea was to, take this curvature is roughly the same as a lot of shotgun barrels, or at least close enough that you could, adapt some ghost ring sights to work. And my idea was to put ghost ring sights on the back here, and then also on the front here, because that's a similar curvature to a lot of shotgun barrels. Similar curvature, similar diameter. And I think a ghost ring sight might be kind of fun. At the same time, it would probably be more practical to actually just mill this flush, put a rail on it, like a little stub rail, and stick an EOTech on it, or some other red dot. But then it wouldn't be, the robust field carbine. It would have some electronic bullshit that could, pardon the language, just break. There's nothing else on a Mosin that really can stop working. Adding a bunch of electronics into the equation doesn't seem like the most prudent thing to do on a field carbine. Yeah, so I'm open to suggestions on the whole sight issue. Because clearly, this one's been sitting in storage for a while I was living out of state where I couldn't have guns. Love New York City. But now that I'm back, I'd like to finish it up, take it out, shoot it some more. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. Anyway, that's the FBP16. I think I'm going to add in some footage to the end of this video of it firing back in the day. It was a lot of fun, and yeah, gonna have to get some new range footage with the new camera equipment I've got. These fireballs should be a lot of fun on high speed, but that's a project for another day. All right, guys. Hope you're enjoying. Have a good one. Bye.
Okay, we're rolling. Oh God! Do it again. Oh Jesus!
That's the Mosin Nagant, all right.
Are you using steel case ammo? Is that what's jamming?
How's the recoil?
Not existent. Duh, it's all coming out the side.
Oh, my balls just moved.
I don't know if I should back too much up here, bringing people up here with that.
Oh,
Right. You feel that?
Yeah.